What is up, everybody? My name is Horizon. Welcome back to today's video, and as you can tell by the title, this is part 2 of the Q&A that we started yesterday. If you didn't see that one, go check it out. Pretty funny comments, some pretty good comments, well, questions I should say. From what I can gather, today we'll have some pretty funny questions, and a couple of really solid ones from what I can recall seeing, as I obviously had to screenshot. Originally, I was going to do this on the phone, like how Tara Babcock usually does her Q&As, but she'll screen record and scroll through Instagram or whatever. I think about it, I probably could have done a Q&A on Instagram too, but whatever, next year. But then I decided, you know what, no, it's probably going to take more than 2 gigabytes of space for the screen recording, more than likely. So, yeah, I'd rather just screenshot them. So, yeah, we're going to do that, and we're going to get right into the Q&A. Let's have some fun, boyos. All right, so the first question that we have coming in is from Fajo. He asks, "What are you gi?" Um, Lifestyle choice, my guy. Lifestyle choice. Aiden, the Carolina GM, asks, "How is it being a Habs fan?" Right now, pretty damn good, Aiden. Last year it was absolute pain and misery, but you know what? We suffered through it, and not too bad so far. As of recording this, Caulfield has 15 goals. He probably has roughly 20 at this point. Actually, maybe even. Actually, no, yeah. It's not November anymore. It's December. Yeah, probably about 20. I'd say now. Feeling pretty good about Caulfield. Love him a lot, obviously, and it's pretty good being a Habs fan. We got a lot of great prospects, a lot of great players right now, waiting for the trade deadline. See what type of deals we make. Hopefully, re-sign Sean Monahan. We'll see. But yeah, overall pretty good. The RD Trip, the Buffalo Sabres GM, asks, "How many people do you know in real life in this league?" Zero, surprisingly. There's a couple of people that are like actual I'm friends with, but I have never met them. Unfortunately, I've never met them in real life. So there's surprisingly zero people that I know in real life in this league. If we're going off of like how many friends, like real like close friends that I have are in the league, technically three, 3 or 4 I'd say. But how many people that I know in real life? Zero, surprisingly. Thank you for asking the question, Trip. Uh, Black Daddy Jacobs, TBC, the Washington GM, asks, "Why aren't you an offensive lineman in the NFL?" I don't like money. That's why, TBC. Thank you. John Speed asking, "What is your favorite Mountain Dew flavor?" Don't like Mountain Dew, actually. I've tried I think it's the OG flavor, like the green bottle or whatever. I tried that once. It was alright. I wouldn't drink it a lot, but, I'd probably have it in the future, see if my taste buds change and I really like it. Thank you for the question. Alive asks, water? I do drink some water. Funny enough, actually, I was gonna say I have a water bottle right here. I do. Technically, it's from like a month ago, but I do have a water bottle right here. So yeah, I do enjoy some water. The current water that we do have, it's the Esca water. Not a fan of it. It's kind of tastes bad. I much prefer like the selection water or the not NASA water, the Naya whatever it's called water. I prefer that water much more to Esca. It has a better flavor, at least in my opinion. I think it does. So thank you. Uh, Jack Olson with the San Jose GM asking, "Did you do a favorite team tier list last 25 days of Harry?" I can't remember. I think you did. You did. Oh. Oh, he answers his own question. But yes, I did not do a tier list last year. I did a usual ranking. 31, maybe 32. Might have been 32, but at least 31. I did a ranking 31 to 1. And this year I decided to do a tier list because why not? Those are popular. Why not try and get a couple extra views? We'll see. But thank you for asking the question. Appreciate it. Josito asks, "What's your favorite part of Loretta?" No clue what that is, but thank you for the question. Son's really good question here. I saw this one being asked by him, and I was like, "Holy shit, this is a really good question." One thing you dislike about Oasis? God, the fact that it ended is such an obvious one. One thing I dislike about Oasis, honestly, that final album they did. The final album they did, 2008's. I forget what it's called. I wasn't a big fan of that. Falling Down, I thought was a good song. There's another one I can't remember. Ain't Got Nothing I thought was pretty good. I probably have to re-listen to it. There was probably too much I was expecting out of the final Oasis album, but yeah, honestly, that final album did disappoint me. The final Oasis album. And yeah, I just personally, I personally wasn't a big fan of it. That's probably the one thing I really dislike about Oasis is the final album they put out, unfortunately. And then Sons comes in with overrated, properly rated, or underrated. You can use the same answer for multiple choices. Thank you. Buffalo Sabres, Isles Grow 3, and the Beatles. The Sabres, honestly, for where people thought that they would be, I think they're currently just behind the Montreal Canadiens. Let me look that up real quick. NHL standings. I'm doing this right on stream. Yeah, they're seventh in the. Well, as I'm recording this, of course, they're seventh in the Atlantic Division, just under 500. For where people had them, I guess. Yeah, where most people had them, I would probably say properly rated. Sorry, boys, 1 second. Sorry, boys, I just had a call on my phone. But yeah, for where the Sabres were projected, I'd say they're properly rated. For where I thought they were overrated, but I'm gonna say they're properly rated. I think Tage Thompson is honestly still kind of underrated. People are still calling him a monster, and he's even underrated from that, I think. So yeah, the Sabres I'm gonna say are properly rated. Isles Grow 3. Now here's the thing. Me and Kim, Isles Grow 3, had a bit of a falling out. I don't want to say she's underrated because she doesn't have that many subscribers. But calling her properly rated would still be too nice. Kim is easily overrated. I think she's... I don't want to go too hard on poor Kimothy, but yeah, let's just say things are not on good terms between us. And let's just say if our subscriber counts are swapped, she had... I'm going to be safe and say 800 subscribers and I had 3K. That'd still be too much for her. And the Beatles, I'm going to say they're properly rated. I think people recognize their influence. I'm a fan of theirs. There's a couple songs of theirs that I like. Of course, I did the John Lennon joke a couple videos back. I hope you guys enjoyed that a lot. But, I am a fan of the Beatles. I do like some of their music. And, yeah, fun fact, John Lennon, was it John Lennon? No, it might have been John Lennon. Who's the one that's with Yoko Ono? I think it was John Lennon. Is a Habs fan, so that's also pretty cool. But yeah, I'm pretty sure it was John Lennon. But yeah, the Beatles, I'm gonna say they're properly rated. I like some of their music. Yeah, I enjoy the Beatles. So yeah, thank you, Sons, for the questions. Really, really good ones, actually. Yeah, surprisingly, none of them are underrated. So yeah. Rasmus asks, who's the better Swede, me or Olsen, the Philadelphia GM? I gotta say Jack Olsen, just because I've known Jack a bit longer in the league. You have kind of come and gone. So, yeah, and especially with the fact that those food pictures definitely soured me on you. So I'm going to say Jack Olsen's the better Swede right now. Tristan, who's the current NHL player who you would like to meet? Not Montreal players. Damn it, NHL players. If it was just straight up hockey players, I'd say Jaromir Jagr, obviously. But like current NHL players, Trevor Zegras from Anaheim, I'd probably want to meet him. Buffalo, probably Peyton Krebs. Calgary, Tyler Toffoli, absolutely would be one of them. I'd really like to meet Austin Matthews out of Toronto, and just absolutely go to town, just telling them how. And our next question is coming in from John Speed again, coming in with another one. Again, I told you guys, I think I told the Discord you didn't have to send in just one. You could send in as many as you wanted, and I'm glad that a lot of you guys took advantage of that. If you were a female, would you date Cole Caulfield? Absolutely. No shit. Please don't answer yes if it's for money. No, I'm paying Cole Caulfield to date me. I'm fucking paying Cole Caulfield to date me if I'm a female. I don't care how fucking hot I am as a female. Of course I date Cole Caulfield. Boyer, the Montreal GM asks, if you could kill one person in the Sim League, who would it be? Oh God. Okay, this is gonna be funny. I'm gonna go with a sentiment that someone once said in an interview that they would kill Jim Carrey because he'd be the funniest dude. If even in dying. And I'm going to say that about Sporty, our Chev Camaro, the Vancouver GM. I feel dude would be freaking hilarious if you were to try and kill him. Dude would just be the funniest dude around. I love Sporty, absolutely fucking hilarious. Dude's awesome. So yeah, if I had to kill one person, it'd probably be Sporty just because of how funny he would be. And yeah, I have no ill will against anyone in the Sim League. Against Shane Hannity, except Shane Hannity, apparently. So yeah. But yeah, Sporty, I'd kill him just because it'd be really, really funny, I'm sure. Just like with Jim Carrey. Fazio again, the Chicago GM. If you can meet one famous person ever, who would you meet? No Canadians. So we're going like one famous person, not just hockey, but like famous in general. There's a couple options I can go with here. I could go Winona Ryder. I could go Yarmir Yager because you said just famous person doesn't have to just be hockey. Um, I don't know. God, there's a lot of people. I can go Brad Pitt, Leonardo DiCaprio. I can go celebrity route. I could go non-celebrity, but like well known. God, you know what? If I had to meet one famous person ever, it'd have to be I think Liam Gallagher. I think Liam Gallagher would be fucking awesome just to meet him and be able to tell him how much of an influence Oasis had on me. Just a whole slew, millions, if not billions, of other people at this point get to. Oh, Liam Gallagher, you guys can hear it. Oasis is my ringtone. Sorry, bros. I had a very convenient phone call again, but yeah. So Faccio, yeah, I'd probably want to meet Liam Gallagher just because how influential he is, and I just want to say, I just want to tell him thank you for everything that he's done for music and how much he means to me personally and a lot of other people. So yeah, if I had to meet one famous person, probably be Liam Gallagher. Josito asks, will we ever visit Toronto? Probably. I'd like to. I'd like to live in Ontario eventually. I think that would probably be better for me just because Quebec, I don't know a whole lot of French. Bonjour, comment ça va, comment ça va, comment ça va, comment ça va, ça va bien toi, tabernacle, basic stuff like that. And obviously I know a lot more English. I know a couple more words in English, but about 7 more. So I feel like living in Ontario for me would be better. I've been to Ontario a couple times, and everything's in English there. So it'd be better for me if I wanted to get a job. If I wanted to get a job, if I wanted to just talk to people, it'd work better if I were, in Ontario. I think as a whole, Ontario would probably be a lot better for me personally. So yeah, I'd like to visit Toronto, Toronto itself, as opposed to just Ontario. Yeah, I'd probably be down to visit Toronto at some point. If you had a female on your sim league team, would you quit the team? No, Faggio. No, Josito. I'd stay on the Florida Panthers, or any sim league team really. I'd probably stay unless it was like an entire team of like .5.5s, and the woman happened to join and she was also a .5.5. It would probably just be a combination of I can't fix this team, and I'd probably leave. But if it's like the Panthers, for example, say I got Haley Wickenheiser, I wouldn't leave. I'd be fine. But Haley Wickenheiser, ironically, who's on your team. So yeah, no, thank you for the question. No, I wouldn't quit the team. Sons asks, should the MCU end? This is a very, very good question right here. I think it should, honestly. I feel like they should end the MCU and focus again more on telling actual stories instead of one giant, shitty, overarching story. I thought the Thanos saga was incredible, and that I thought that the MCU writers kind of blew their load too early with bringing Thanos in immediately. Well, not immediately, but in the Avengers or whenever they brought him in and until Endgame. I feel like if they'd given us a lot more time to establish connections to these characters, like granted, yeah, we have 6-7 movies, but still, that's only like 10 hours roughly, because a lot of these movies are 2 hours long. Some of them are an hour or whatever. So it's only between like 10 to 13 hours or whatever to identify with these characters before Thanos wipes most of them out, like not even some of them, like fucking Spider-Man, he's around for like a movie, 2 movies, and then he's snapped or whatever. So, I feel like if they had given us more time, like if they'd given us the current arc or maybe something less minor, then gone with the multiverse that they're apparently going in now, and then done, for example, Thanos, I think that would have been a lot more impactful. Like, you save Thanos for the big end, boom, kill off Thanos, boom, that's it, that's the MCU. Great, that would have been great. But now it's like, oh, hey, we killed off literally the biggest threat to all of us. We can do anything, It's like I understand they're bringing a new generation, so this is kind of their Thanos in a way. But at the same time, this dude is not nearly as powerful as Thanos, I'm pretty sure. So, I don't know. I mean, we get more Haley Steinfeld, more Florence Pugh. I'm fine with that. You can give us jack off material if you want in MCU, but yeah, no. In terms of like actual good films, there hasn't really been many, if any, from the MCU. So meh. I think the MCU definitely should end. Um, I'd argue probably should have ended with Endgame. No pun intended. But yeah, no, I definitely think the MCU should probably end, just because, even though it is keeping people employed, and that's awesome, giving people money, I still think that it should end if you want to focus on making good stories. Just focus on making singular or maybe 2 to 3 movies with a superhero, and then, yeah, I feel like that should be the case, because especially because you're getting a lot more actual good films. If you end the MCU, you're getting more drama films, more comedies, more actions, more horror films. You're getting actual good movies, not just superhero movies. So, I think the MCU definitely should end. Sons then ask, you have to pick one. Who would you rather have let go of, Caulfield or Suzuki? This is a really, really tough question, because on one hand, Caulfield's literally my favorite player in the NHL right now. He's literally my favorite player. And him and Suzuki just have such good chemistry. I love Caulfield, great goal scorer, great guy. Suzuki's our first-line center, one of the best centers in the NHL. Great two-way guy, great offense, good defense. Suzuki is that franchise center. Was our franchise center, I should say. He's our franchise centerman right now. And Caulfield's our franchise scorer. Every team can have that. Like Arizona, franchise center, I think, is Clayton Keller, I think, is their first-line center. Your first-line center is kind of your franchise center at the time. I will argue that opinion. You can rival me on that if you will. But if I had to pick one, honestly, fuck, I don't, because here's the thing: we get rid of Suzuki, we're likely then in the running for Bedard. We get rid of Caulfield, we're really in the running for Bedard. Because that loses all your goal scoring pretty much. Suzuki can score, obviously, but him and Caulfield have that chemistry. So I don't know. On one hand, you get rid of Suzuki, you're just fueling another team. You give Caulfield to another team, you're really fueling that other team. So I don't know. I'm going to be honest. As much as I love him, as much as he is my favorite player in the NHL, I think trade Caulfield to the Anaheim Ducks. The only player that you cannot get is Trevor Zegras. You can get Mason McTavish. You can get, John Gibson. You can get prospects and picks from them. Just don't get Trevor Zegras, because Caulfield and Zegras together would mean at least 70 goals a year for Caulfield and at least 130 points for Trevor Zegras. I'm not even exaggerating. They probably would be able to do that. As much as I love Caulfield, again, Anaheim needs help right now. They're the worst placed team in the NHL. Suzuki, if you can get Mason McTavish, for example, move him to the wing, go in the running for Bedard, stack that first line. You get Slavkovsky on the second with, say, Monahan for now. And, Anderson, trade Anderson for a first-round pick or whatever, something like that. I think if you can do that, trade off Caulfield, keep Suzuki. I wouldn't be happy, obviously, but you know what? It would be, I'd support the move, and I would trust Hughes and Gordon if they were to, for some reason, do that. So, if I had to pick one, I would keep Suzuki, just because first-line centers are much more harder to find in the NHL than elite goal scorers. So, yeah. Sunson asks, what's your favorite candy bar? When I used to be able to eat candy, chocolate, it used to be Aero. I think a lot more recently, before my teeth started hurting when I'd have chocolate. It probably is the is it Cadbury? I gotta look up Cadbury chocolate bar, cause it's the Dairy Milk. That's the one. It's Dairy Milk. They're $2.50 on fucking. Oh, that's nut and fruit. That's nut and fruit. That's fruit and nut. Honestly, this kind of might be worth it. $35 for a pack of 24 Dairy Milk chocolate bars. Sorry, I'm on Amazon because I was trying to find it. Okay, but it's the Dairy Milk Cadbury bars. Them shits was delicious. Them shits was legit. I could eat a whole goddamn pack of 24 of those in a day. Legit. My mom would buy me 2 or 3, and by the next day, they're gone, And it's not like the big bars. They were the little small ones from the dollar store. But, still, you give me a big bar, that shit's gone in 10 minutes as soon as we get home, So, yeah, I don't know. I'd like to start eating chocolate again. The issue is my teeth again. I have to probably get some of them removed or filled or whatever. But, yeah, I would like to start eating chocolate again. I don't know. brushing my teeth is gonna help. I'm sure I've been doing that recently. So yeah. Surprisingly, aside from like 2 or 3 times trying to eat chocolate, and aside from Timbits, which I can weirdly have the chocolate Timbits, I haven't had chocolate in probably like 2 years, about a year and a half, 2 years. I'm really, really happy with myself. I haven't had too much chocolate, so I've been stagnant in my weight at about 275. I'd probably be about 300, 325 right now if I was able to still have chocolate. So yeah, I don't know. If anything, I should probably start taking advantage of me not eating chocolate and start like working out and trying to lose weight. So yeah, thank you, Sons, for the question. Very quick, condensed answer. Arrow used to be, and now it's the Cadbury. Well, used to be before I had to stop eating chocolate. Cadbury Dairy Milks. They're pretty damn good. Then Josito, there was a huge ass discussion on chocolate bars and what everybody's favorite chocolate bar was. Then he asked me, "What's your opinion on the Whopper from Burger King and the chocolate candy Whoppers?" I'm sorry, fucking what? Chocolate candy Whoppers. Chocolate candy. Oh, the chocolate candy Whoppers. I've never had them. The melted milk ball chocolates. I've heard they're pretty good. I've wanted to have them. Maltesers, apparently they're also called. I've wanted to try Whoppers before. They've looked good. When they look like the kind of poop brown with you can see the white malted chocolate inside. The malted milk, it looks good. The brown looks just like dark chocolate, and I don't like dark chocolate, so for me, I would prefer it kind of looks like an almond, if anything. I've wanted to try those. People like them, enjoy them, I guess. You got no ill will from me. And what's your opinion on the Whopper from Burger King? Never tried the Whopper. I know my dad really likes the Whopper. Yeah, thank you for the Whopper related questions. I've never tried either of them though, unfortunately. Sons asks, one thing you shouldn't shout in JFK Airport. Oh God. There's a gunman, I guess, or JFK deserved it, I guess, is something you could say. Something you shouldn't shout. So, yeah, aside from obviously a bomb. Yeah. Jack Olson, okay, we're nearing the end, asks, anal or oral? I've never done oral. Or I've never done anal. Sorry, I've never done anal. So I gotta go oral. Feels pretty good if you ask me. Yeah. And Fazio replies with both. And I believe this is the final question, but yeah, no, Jack, yeah, I've never done anal. Oral feels pretty good, so I'm gonna go oral. Presentations, of course. So yeah, then Fazio, the final question asks, Harry, when are you gonna have more than $10 to your name? Right goddamn now, I got about 100, bitch! No, at the time of recording this, I've just gotten a couple donations. Clifford, Reynolds, Austin Zepnick, and Lucas, one of my YouTube mods. I think he's a YouTube mod. Yeah, those guys donated a combined $110, I'm pretty sure. So yeah, I have more than $10 to my name, Fazio. Yeah. But yeah, no, I've got more than $10 to my name, thankfully. So yeah. Probably by the time you're watching this video, I've probably spent it all. So yeah, I technically do have more than $10 to my name as I'm recording this, but at the time of posting, probably not. And yeah, so that was the final question. We're back to what are you gi? Yeah. So boyos, that is gonna do it for the Q&A. Hope you guys enjoyed it. At the time that I am posting this, it is currently December 23rd. At least it should be. Tomorrow we will have a very special video. I will reveal it. Why not? We're gonna be reacting to an old documentary made on Christian Weston Chandler. And then day 25, you guys know what it is. If you've been here since 2019 or after, you guys know what it is. The top 100 favorite movies of all time, boyos. Hell yeah. Thank you, guys. Thank you, guys. Again, so much for watching. Don't forget to like, comment, subscribe. Favorite channel includes, but it's not limited to YouTube, Facebook, Twitter, Instagram, everything else. And everything else. My name is Harry. Subscribe to Pop Clubs, join clubs, join the suburbs, join the nation. If you remember the what's called the brand or comments, and streams, and videos, it's much greatly appreciated. Links to the description are the items, so much to the box, and the PayPal, the Discord, the Twitch letterbox, and computer account are all down there as well. Thank you guys again for watching. My name is Harry again, and I am on to say classy boys. I don't want to no matter how bad we are like last year, how good we are like this year. Go Habs, go baby. Thank you guys again for watching. My name is Harry again, and I am out. Love you guys. See you guys. Bye guys. Love you guys. See you guys. Bye.